I think the feeling is, we had a very good training week last week. We put in place certain things that we wanted to go after against Ulster, and I think the boys put their best foot forward. And it wasn't perfect by any means, but we had a good performance. And in fairness, Ulster challenged us. They came at us from the start. They scored a couple of tries, but the boys were really good, really calm, and we stuck to the plan, and we got the job done. So very pleasing from that point of view. Yeah, I think so. Obviously, there'll be a little bit of emotion around the fact that the boys are returning to Cork for their final game. That'll be there, but obviously, what like you said, we've a big job of work to do. We're playing a very good team. I think it's fair to say that it's a cup final, or it's a cup game, and we've spoken an awful lot today about how we want to implement their game plan. We've spoken about their threats, and they have many. They have a very, very strong backline, very good set piece, maul, scrum. So look, it's going to be a real challenge, going to be a tough affair, and there's an awful lot on the line. But look, it's a great challenge, and it's one we're genuinely looking forward to. Yeah, look, that's something that we'll definitely keep an eye on, and we'll have people like George Murray and an analysis team, very much aware and feeding back to us around what permutations and what things may need to look like, and decisions that we may need to take on the field. But I think it's pretty clear cut. You win the game, that probably takes care of the vast majority of what we need to. So that'll be the thing. Just try and go out and as difficult as it is going to be, to put in place a performance that can win the game. I think the boys fully understand it's about growing week to week as well, and we did an awful lot right against Ulster, who are a good team. We had some, as I said, we didn't get an easy start, but we stayed calm, and we managed to get up the field and score tries, and we managed to put in good D sets to deny Ulster opportunities. And our set piece delivered at crucial times as well, which gave us platforms to attack off of. So all those little pieces are important, and it's about building on that again. And again, in that little bit of a pressure zone that Cork is going to be on, and Musgrave Park is going to be on Friday night, it's about delivering and putting our best foot forward. And we fully believe in our players. We fully believe in the boys. We've got players that have played at the very highest level, that have won, a URC only a couple of seasons ago. So these boys have been in tough places, so we backed them all the way. You're very much cognizant of the abilities that these guys have. The thing that strikes me about Benetton is they have players with an awful lot of international experience. You think of their backline, Umaga, Brex, Menicello, Dogbu. These guys are full of quality. So it's trying to deny them, a flow of possession, and trying to deny that transition game that they flourish on as well. So that they're very good in broken field. They have a great offloading game, a strong kicking game. And that has manifested in a lot of results for them. They've beaten Bath this season. They've beaten La Rochelle. They were really good last Saturday against Glasgow. They had a really strong performance, and obviously Glasgow are the champions, and they're a very, very good team. And when you see what they're capable of doing, it definitely puts you on red alert. It puts you on high alert. So we've spoken a lot about that today, but we've just got to back ourselves, back our game, understand the people that we have in the building, and believe in that. Well, I think it's very important. I think the bond between the supporters and the players and Munster is really important, and that I hope will never change. So the atmosphere on Friday night was really, really good, and the supporters really got behind the team in crucial moments. And like the send off for Peter and Archie, and Connor and these guys, that's really, really important, and it's just a great chance for the supporters to show what they think of the boys and what they think of the team. And it's just a great chance to bring people together, and we value our support so much. And look, Cork will be exceptional. The Cork sports people, as a county, the best in Ireland. I don't need to tell you that, I suppose, but
You said it.
yeah,
You said it.
there. No, Musgrave will be rocking. It'll feel like 16,000. It'll feel unbelievable, and I know that the Cork supporters will give us everything on Friday night.
Probably just getting that continuity in my game. Playing week on week allows me to kind of get a bit of a roll on, then you get familiar with different combinations coming around you and players in the back line getting back to full fitness, which allows you to get that bit more probably continuity within the back line and the team, and a bit more of a settled look to it. But also the week off previously to that probably freshens things up for the whole collective and lets us come with a bit of a pep in our step. Yeah, it does. Not just personally, but as a team, we'd like to think that we're coming together at the right time. There was passages in that play in the Ulster game where we did click well, but we need to do it for longer passages and a more complete performance for the 80 minutes, because we spoke this morning. We believe that the game this weekend is going to be another step up in intensity, and we're playing the guts of an international team, so we're fully aware of it. Yeah, there is. Like we touched on that briefly, where like once you get into knockout rugby, anything can happen, and you take a game by game from there. I suppose if we are good enough to get into the knockouts, it's only 3 games from then, so we'll see when we get to that stage. But we're fully focused on Friday first, to be honest. Massively, we're fully aware of what they pose. We spoke about it's essentially a test team coming to play. Like you said, their backline is later with internationals, and there's some serious danger in the back three in particular, to the 2 national centres as well. We just talked about their phase play, their counter attack, and their ability to keep the ball alive. So for us, it's just making sure we're squeaky clean in our defence and working in 3s and 5s, and just being able to shut them down.